London, of the United Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it was London. I know it was the United Kingdom. I'm pretty sure they said London. If not, I apologize. But this one is for April 18th, 2016. And because it was in the United Kingdom, it was not live. But I didn't read any spoilers because who does that? I only read SmackDown spoilers. Dean Ambrose opens the show with the Ambrose Asylum. He announces that Shane McMahon is his first guest and he's in charge again. He says that Shane is the first guy that ever made Dean Ambrose question their actions when he jumped off the cage. He asked, what are Shane's goals? And he's like, my goals are to give the WWE Universe what they deserve. He says, and the universe is helping them by giving them the support and everything. Kevin Owens comes out and says that he may think that this is a new era, but Kevin Owens thinks that this is the same old crap that happens every single time. A power hungry McMahon is in charge, and they're taking advantage of the number one superstar in the company, which in Kevin Owens' eyes is Kevin Owens. And he says that Sami Zayn won't make it on his own. He can't make it on his own. He is nothing without Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn comes out and then brings up the fact that WWE signed him before Kevin Owens and says that he is the reason Kevin Owens is in the WWE. Chris Jericho comes out and says that he does not like Shane. He didn't like him before and he doesn't like him now. Everyone starts to yell. Shane announces that Payback, Jericho will fight Dean and Sami Zayn will fight Kevin Owens. And then they all brawl. Goes to commercial, comes back. Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn. Jericho started on top. He suplexed Sami Zayn outside of the ring. Sami started to rally back with a few clotheslines. And then Chris Jericho hits a running bulldog. Sami reverses the lion salt, hits the blue thunder bomb. 1, 2. Chris Jericho kicks out. Chris Jericho hits a drop kick and then locks in the walls. Sami Zayn jumps through the second ropes into a DDT. And then eventually, a little bit after that, Chris Jericho hits the code breaker. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho wins. Enzo and Cass versus the Dudleys in the second round of the Tag Team Championship number one contender tournament. It's a lot of big words. The Dudleys start out on top for some reason. Devon hits a neck breaker on Enzo. 1, 2. Enzo kicks out. Bubba hits a splash on Enzo. Enzo finally tags in Cass. Cass hits an elbow drop and then a splash on Devon. He hits Bubba with a big boot, and they hit the rocket launcher on Bubba. 1, 2, 3. Enzo and Cass advance to the finals. Wait, yeah, no, this was the third round. No, it was the first. It was the second round, yeah. But they advanced to the finals at Payback, which I thought the finals were going to be next week and then have the championship at Payback, but I don't know. But the finals are at Payback, so I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know if the finals are going to be at Payback and then the championship's going to be at Extreme Rules. Don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Roman Reigns comes out and he's like, if you haven't heard me say it before, I'll say it for you again. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. He says AJ Styles is a tough guy, but AJ Styles will not out-wrestle him. He says this is the era of the Roman Empire, and he is here. He is there to stay. AJ Styles comes out and says that, Roman, I think you're a heck of a champion. You got it all. You got power. You got the strength. You got the look. And he says that in order for him to beat Roman, he's going to have to have the match of his life. And he says that he will become champion. And Roman Reigns says, AJ, I like you. These fans like you. Everyone around the world likes you. But what the WWE Universe isn't going to like is when I walk out of Payback with the WWE Championship. But they will respect him. And I don't know how truthful he was when he said that, because they're not going to respect him. AJ Styles then says he would rather be AJ Styles says he would rather be respected and liked and champion, and that's what he's going to do. AJ Styles leaves the ring. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attack Roman again. Well, they attack Roman, and AJ looks confused. I don't know why. And then after the commercial, AJ tells Roman backstage that he had nothing to do with it. He doesn't need his friends to win the championship. Roman says, "Bring them all, one versus all." Oh, earlier in the show, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and AJ Styles all met up backstage, and they had a little get together. Fandango versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin takes over early. He throws Fandango into Dolph Ziggler, who is a commentary. He hits the end of days on Fandango. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin wins. Ziggler then attacks Corbin. Corbin has none of that, and he hits the end of days on Ziggler. I assume they're going to have a match Payback. It only makes sense. Miz TV. Miz and Maurice are making out, and Cesaro's like, I'm going to come out. And Miz was, he was making fun of the royal family and stuff, and says that he is more royal than them, and Cesaro says that he is the only royalty that the Miz is a royal pain in the ass. Miz then recites Taken. Don't know why. He was like, I will find you, and I will beat you at Payback. Cesaro puts a finger up, because Miz tries to say that part 3 times. Miz puts a finger up before he says it third time, says, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Cesaro then recites Roddy Piper by saying, I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And Miz is like, you want to fight me? You and I both know you have a match scheduled with this guy. And Rusev and League of Nations come out, and Cesaro says that Shane McMahon changed the match to be League of Nations and The Miz versus Cesaro and The New Day. So, League of Nations and The Miz versus Cesaro and New Day. Big E splashes Miz in the beginning of the match. 1, 2, Miz kicks out. Then, the Unicorn Stampede featuring Cesaro on Del Rio. Sheamus then takes over on Xavier. Rusev kicks Xavier in the stomach. Sheamus does the chops. And then Del Rio hits running in Seguri. And then I had to go out of my room and help in the living room. So I missed most of the match, but when I came back in, Cesaro hit the neutralizer on Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro and the New Day pick up the win. Before this next part, backstage, Natalya tells Charlotte that she was granted a rematch at Payback for the Women's Championship, and Bret Hart will be in her corner. So that's pretty cool. This next match, I really didn't care about. I mean, I like that they're giving the women time, but not in this way. An 8-woman tag match. Natalya, Sasha, Becky, and Paige versus Charlotte, Team Bad, and Summer Rae. I don't know why they made this match. They could have easily... the amount of time they gave this match, that probably wouldn't have been fair. To give the amount of time, they could have just, spread out the matches. I don't know. There's some, you didn't have to do the Fandango Baron Corbin match. You didn't have to do Miz TV. You didn't have to have Roman Reigns come out. You could have easily gave the women more time instead of putting all of them in one match. Sasha and Paige team up against Naomi. Becky takes out the whole entire other team. Tamina then takes over on Becky. And towards the end of the match, Natalya puts Charlotte in the sharpshooter, and Charlotte taps. Team Good Girls, I guess. Team Face wins. The Usos versus the Vaudevillians with the second match of the second round. I really didn't care. Usos dominate early. The Vaudevillains, I don't remember which one, hit the Whirling Dervish. 1, 2, 3. The Vaudevillains advance. They will fight Endzone Cass at Payback for the number 1 contendership for the Tag Team Championship. So that's pretty cool. The 2 newest tag teams are the ones on the fucking main event. Well, not the main event, the pay-per-view. So that's pretty cool. Apparently during Raw, the Raw preview show, Heath Slater and the Social Outcasts came to Apollo Crews and they're like, "We want you to join because, in case you didn't know, Adam Rose and Connor of the Ascension are both suspended for 60 days for substance violation." So they didn't address this, but Heath Slater and the Social Outcasts, they decided to try to recruit Apollo Crews, and Apollo's like, "Yeah, I'll join the Social Outcasts if you can beat me on Raw." So they have a match. I didn't care. Apollo's obviously going to win this match, and he does with a sit-down powerbomb. That's all you need to know. Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. This match was also made by Shane, but he didn't announce it. He didn't announce either the Sami Zayn Chris Jericho match or the Dean Ambrose Kevin Owens match. Dean takes over early. Owens puts Dean in a headlock. Dean dives to the middle rope onto Owens, who is outside. Owens hits a frog splash on the ground from the apron, and Dean gets in the ring at 8 count. Dean hits a flying elbow from the top rope to Kevin Owens, who is standing outside. He then hits a clothesline. 1, 2, Kevin Owens kicks out. Owens hits a super kick. 1, 2, Dean Ambrose kicks out. Dean hits Dirty Deeds. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose picks up the win, and then Chris Jericho comes out and hits a code breaker on him from behind, and he ends the show like that. So it was an okay show. Last week was definitely better, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Payback is looking pretty good. Pretty good so far. We got Roman Reigns versus AJ for the title. You got Natalya versus Charlotte for the title. You got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. Potentially Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. You got the Vaudevillians versus Enzo and Cass. Possibly the tag team title match. I don't know how they're going to do that. Or they'll do it Extreme Rules. I don't know. Either way, Enzo and Cass and the Vaudevillains, that's pretty cool. The first month, they're out to have a pay-per-view match against each other. I don't know what else. We'll probably see Paige versus Emma, maybe, if they want to just put a throwaway match on there, because apparently they're a rivalry now. Well, again, and maybe Becky versus Summer Rae. No, Becky versus... Was it Summer Rae? Did Summer Rae go after both Sasha and Becky? I don't remember. I know Summer Rae... I know she went after Sasha the first day after WrestleMania, but then I'm pretty sure she went after Becky on SmackDown. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got 2 weeks away, so pretty much we have next week's Raw and then Payback. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cam Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.